Everyone, and welcome to Cal Conversations. I'm Beth Hadfield, the Activity Coordinator at the Center for Active Living. Today, I have Robbie Haigh, who I call Robbie, and most people that know her call her Robbie. I've known Robbie for a very long time, but we reconnected with all the volunteerism that Robbie does. And today I would like to talk with Robbie and have Robbie talk to everybody about volunteering after retirement. Robbie, welcome to the show.
Well, I thank you for that. And you want me to talk about volunteering after retirement? I had a nice little spiel before that to let you know why I volunteer at all.
Well, I think that's a great place to start. So, okay, Robbie, why do you volunteer?
Well, thinking back, and you made me think back when we were talking about this, when I was born and raised on the other side of the tracks in a coal mining town in Canada. I graduated high school at 16. And there's not too much a girl can do in a coal mining town at 16. I certainly wasn't looking for a job in the pit. So I was looking forward to getting out of town. And I went to live with an aunt in the US of A, whose friend saw a teeny tiny ad in the Globe newspaper that people in Boston, wanted to start an LPN class at Mass General, and Boston lying in. Well, guess what? I was selected. And of course, being from a little, a town way away, I wasn't even sorry. I was still a Canadian citizen, is what I'm trying to say. So I was extremely pleased to be accepted to Mass General, of course. Can't get too much better than that, right?
No, I don't think you can.
And from there, I learned a great deal at Mass General. After nursing school, my first job was at Beth Israel in Boston. That also was a very good learning experience. And what I'm trying to get across to you is that the learning experience is a two-way situation. When you're learning, you give back. It's just the way it goes. And then I went to work at Quincy Municipal City Hospital, which I don't think there's even a footprint left in there. But that's where I got a great deal of my training. And they taught me how to teach nursing, which thrilled me even more. So I was giving back at the job situation. And they taught me to do CPR and to teach everybody in the building CPR, but I was also part of the, excuse me for, I'm trying to get to my notes. I was on sorry, Tom. I was on it, part of the union,
Okay,
which is an Excel learning experience.
right.
So it continued from there on. When I learned, I passed on what I was learning, or that was my objective anyway. And that's a long way into it, but I think that's why I want to volunteer and why I do volunteer so much.
Can you describe some of the volunteer jobs you've had?
Oh, sure. Most recently, I have volunteered at the Spire in town.
Oh.
I was there for 8 years. And I also volunteered with the Plymouth Philharmonic
Yep.
over at across the way from me now. And I was there for 8 years also. And after spending 8 years with a group, it's difficult to move on, but you have to take care of yourself. And at a point over at the Philharmonic, myself and another lady in town were in charge of all of the ushers, which meant we had to go up and down stairs quite a bit during the performances. And, parts of your body start to wear out. And I had to back off from that because the stairs were too much for me.
Okay.
I also, at the Spire, being there for 8 years, and that was every Friday and Saturday evening, which is a commitment. So I had a medical problem that made me take a look at what I was doing and take care of me. If you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else.
That's
Good
very
luck.
true. Very true.
I have been volunteering with the Council on Aging, and it will continue to be Council on Aging for me for quite some time. I think it's upward of 30 years and then some.
Wow.
Yeah, from the other buildings. And
So did you start on Court Street or before Court Street?
before Court Street.
So you started probably in Town Hall?
You are correct. They were just going to Court Street.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and of course, if I didn't love you all, I wouldn't continue.
You love people, Robbie.
I
You
do.
love people.
I do. And like I say, this is a two-way street. I learn, I get back from it as much as I give. And to me, that is what makes volunteering a wonderful thing.
So have there been, I know we talked about the Spire and the Philharmonic, and you did both of those for 8 years, and things are changing and it was time to move on. Have there been other volunteer positions in the past that you have left for different reasons? Do you find that you realize you've given all you can give and it's time to try something different? I guess that's what I'm trying to ask you.
Oh, you are so right. You are absolutely right. And right now, I am volunteering for the past 4 years with the Project Arts, which is better known as Wednesday night music on the waterfront.
Right.
So, and obviously, if I can do that on the waterfront a couple of hours every week, all of my former problems have resolved because I keep getting better. I am not going downhill at all. As a matter of fact, to my detriment, I think. But Yeah, there have been others that I have volunteered for, but like for instance, I was on the board of the library for 3 years. And I opted at the end of 3 years to go on to something else. Because like I say, it's a learning experience, and it's good to learn new stuff for yourself too.
So that brings me to my next question, which what keeps you motivated to keep volunteering? So it sounds like as long as you feel like you're still learning and able to get almost as much as you're giving, then you keep going and keep doing it.
Right. As a matter of fact, as you know, I volunteer at the library at the
Yep.
council. It's not a very difficult job, but I do enjoy being there and working with the books. And speaking with one of the other volunteers this past week, she said, "We would like to start a book club. Count me in. I'll be there, you know." So, and this is how it happens. You're dealing with other volunteers who spark something else in you, and you just keep on keeping on. I'll probably volunteer as long as I can walk and talk.
I can see that happening. I really can. It's funny because I didn't know your history. Robbie and I met because she was a nurse. That's how we met all those years ago. And
And you were also in the health field at the
I
time.
was. I still am, but in a different realm.
Yeah.
Or similar, really. But it's incredible. And I guess just hearing about your nursing experience, it solidifies my picture of you, which has always been wonderful. But it really makes me get to see both sides of why you do what you do. And it makes me understand even more that volunteering really is a two-way street. It's not just someone giving their time.
Right.
You're getting a benefit from it too.
I absolutely am. But also, I'm going to interject here that, like for the 2 volunteer jobs that I took on for 8 years, by the way, they were consecutive. And the problem can be that the people you're volunteering for are expecting you to continue to do what you're doing, and it's a disappointment to them too when something interferes with my volunteerism. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I 100% understand that.
But you
But-
still have to take care of yourself,
Right.
and you know what is the right thing to do.
So I guess you're saying for those people who are watching and who are volunteering, they need to remember that no matter what, they still come first. And
Yes.
in order to be able to continue to give, you always have to come first. Your health, your emotions, your everything about you, that whole person who you are, you have to come first. And then as long as you are in good health and able to do things, you can then provide something for other people.
Right. That is correct. You have to come first. Even in nursing, I would never ask someone to do something that I myself wouldn't do. You have to be up to the job, volunteering or otherwise, that is presented to you.
It's very true. You know, you mentioned when you can't do something, you're letting someone down. And I think here at the center, we may understand that a little bit more than maybe other businesses in our community because we really understand seniors
Yes.
and because we understand what volunteering means. It's not
Yes, you do.
it's not just a service, but it's also it's also that everyone has to be a whole person to be able to do whatever job it is that's being done.
Yes.
So
You at the council are the first ones to say you couldn't do the job without all the volunteers.
that's 100% true.
And it impresses me when you make out that large check at the end of the year when you are thanking the volunteers and you present the amount in dollars that the volunteers give to the town, and you
Yes.
present this check to the town manager. That's really wonderful.
It really is. And unfortunately, we've reached the end of our show, but I think it's a really great way to end. We saved the town over $700,000 last year
Right.
between all of the volunteers that helped out at the Cal. So if you have,
Volunteers need to know their worth
yes,
to
and
continue
here,
doing what they're doing.
here at the Center for Active Living, they are worth millions to
Yep.
us.
And you let us know that.
We try. So thank you so much for joining me today, Robbie. I
Thank
really
you very much.
appreciated this discussion.
And thank you. And I'll see you soon.
See you soon.